Hello there guys! Stole my coconut here, and today I will be streaming on somebody's channel, it seems like, for the tournament. And hopefully that's going to work. Is it? I'm not live yet. Hello there guys! Still my coconut here and welcome to tournament. Am I live actually? What's with the stream? Is it working? I don't get it. Hello there, guys. Ah! It is! That's awesome! Alright, there we go. Got to do some stuff real quick. Whoop. Bam. There we go. And it is working. Indeed. That's great. So, let's get into it. Awesome. So today we have a tournament game, and it's between Raptor and Gutek. A blue player and an orange player, it seems. So that's pretty awesome. Let's also set it on my mobile, so I know that it is working. And that I can also read the chat, because I don't have a second screen yet. But we will get into the rest when the game started. So that's awesome. Ah! And it seems like we got Gutek in the left. In the right upper corner. And Raptor in the left upper corner. Not too bad, good placements. But obviously, you guys want to see what's going on, so let's get straight into that. Video, enable free camera, there we go. Make Coconut happy. And guys, it seems like somebody's working on, well, one town hall at a time. Not sure if that's a great strategy, but let's see how it works out for him. What we will see from both these players is basically a lot of pikes. Unless strelets are a thing, but I certainly don't hope so. It seems like the difference between the green player, the blue player and the orange player is already the strategy they are using. It seems like the orange player is going for a semi-market strategy. And our blue player on the other hand doesn't feel anything for that and is going for, well, no market it seems. That's interesting. Ah, but our orange player is going for a 3TC start. Obviously, because... Whoa! Okay. Guys, just to clarify, you need 3 town centers on a 20 peacetime game. So we can already see what's the difference between those players. But on the other hand, it seems like Orange is taking it quite slow with building the barracks. And he's right with that. I mean, like, you can build a lot of barracks in a short amount of time, and since you're producing a lot of units anyway, as spam, you can kind of wait. On the other hand, I don't really see the reason why you would go for this. And I think what I just said is actually not really applying at the moment. Because since it's a 20 peacetime game, well, then Strelets are not really a bad unit to make, I suppose. And it seems like we got to wait a little bit. But on the other hand, we can see some statistics over here. As you can see, we got the blue player, which is, well, building stuff, and it all makes sense, really. I mean, like, he's building a lot of buildings first, while our orange player definitely goes for a 3TC start. So you can see that line rising already, and it will only increase by time. And I'm loving this strategy, by the way. As you can see, he's also going for an academy, so we can get those upgrades really quickly. While on the other hand, we got the blue player, big Strelets already. We will see what's going to pay off more. It seems like he's using all his villagers on food. And that's definitely a viable strategy, just to make that clear. But let's see how they are doing. Okay. If I saw any lag in Raptor's game, how am I supposed to do to see that? How am I supposed to see if somebody is lagging? Like, it's basically micromanagement. Who's the better player at, well, using this mouse properly? I saw nothing wrong. Hello there, Patrick. But guys, I'm a host. I can't see lag. I think his strategy isn't optimal, on the other hand, but that's somebody else's problem, really, not mine. Yeah, it seems like that, Patrick. But as you can see, we got 2 barracks for our blue player. How are they doing on the scores? Well, that's 7k food. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not sure if this is paying off, this strategy. But for markets it's not a bad strategy to go for wood. But I will certainly don't go only wood. Because, well, food is a lot faster. Anyway, so... But meanwhile, we got orange over here. He's going for pikes, it seems. And pikes and strelets, it seems. Well, that's certainly going to cost a lot of upgrades. Well, gold to upgrade. As you can see, we got the blue player with a semi 3 TC start. He did get his 3rd TC after a while. Not bad. I wonder if this is paying off. How is he doing? He puts his serves on infinite production. But if you don't have enough food below a certain threshold, which is 500 food, then they won't even, well, make the units. So, and it seems like blue is struggling a little bit. I'm not sure if this is lag or a micromanagement issue though. Because he's not queuing any villagers on this one yet. It is going only for wood. But will it pay off? Is it working? 13k wood. 8k stone. 3.5k gold. Not enough iron. Oh! And there you can see this. These statistics tell a lot already. But guys, meanwhile, it seems like our orange player is also going for cavalry. I think a diplomatic center would be a little bit better though. I personally think cavalry takes a long time to build, which kind of makes it not as good as infantry units. But as you can see, our orange player is getting on the upper hand quite hard. Also the upgrades on the upgrade department. Raptor been cutting a lot of wood, but he did get his farming upgrades. But meanwhile, he is producing some units from the diplomatic center, so that's great. Hey Traezega. How are they doing on the units department though? That's another thing. 160 villagers for orange, 104 for Raptor. You can see that is, well, numbers tell a lot. So, and on the unit department, well, I guess Raptor has a lot more strelets, so if you can use them well, that's going to pay off. However, I'm not sure if infantrymen are a viable option with a strelet composition, but maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong. And meanwhile, on the population department, we got Raptor with almost 300 units. And we got Orange, Gutek with 350 and racing. And already building a lot of houses, so he's not getting pop capped. So Gutek also has a 4 TC. Not bad, not bad. Definitely a good option. I do think he should keep producing units from all of these things. I mean, like, you want to keep your production going if you want to win. Like this guy. Even though he's using a suboptimal strategy, I will say. He got it on the right. Oh, he did learn, I suppose. He made his homework. And as you can see, Gutek also researched that mining upgrade, and he does have all these upgrades as well. For if you don't know what these upgrades are. And holy moly. Well, I think this is only going to go downhill for our friend Blue over here. He's lacking a lot of resources except for gold. But Orange got so much more resources. And what you want to do with Russia is basically outproduce your opponent, right? So yeah. And if you're 18th century already, that's going to go well for you. And I think he's going for 18th century muskets. I will do the same thing, so that's a pretty smart idea. He's not going for any older kind of 18th century stable units, it seems. Not sure why that is. And meanwhile we got Blue producing a lot of infantrymen and round shears, so not bad, not bad. He's trying to correct his mistakes. Because, well, both players are certainly going to use a lot of strelets. What? So we got a lot of pikes and strelets and round shears. Well, he is producing a lot of units, so that's great for him. What you do also need to know is the more units you produce, the more complicated your fights will be. If you just produce a lot of strelets, you know how to use them. If you're producing only pikes, well, you just throw them away and see what's going to go, how that is going to work out for him. And meanwhile, how are we doing? On the population and upgrade department, you can kind of see a line. On the score dynamics, but that's not really saying as much as I would. I will definitely not consider that really something you can relate to. But talking about mines, the 18? Ooh, this is... I'm not sure if this is going to pay off for him. I mean, like, he's spending a lot of money to upgrade those mines. And you know what's the thing? With gold, you need gold for upgrades. If you upgrade your gold mines, that will cost you a lot of gold. It will reward you in the late game. But on the other hand, you also got some mines on the other territories. As you can see here, you basically got some free mines. Not upgraded, which is not a bad decision. And 18th century bikes as well. He's taking Russia quite serious. How do you want to play Russia? Well, you just want to produce a lot of units, which he is certainly doing. But, as we can see, Blue is on the offense, but how is he doing on upgrade department? Is it even worth it? Fairly well upgraded. How about the academy upgrades? Because you definitely need those statistics. Okay, he definitely has a reason to attack. But on the other hand, he might not be the fastest. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Stand grounded units, guys. This is not exactly stand grounded. And well, Russia is known for basically streaming in units. And what's the range units' weakness? Well, basically units will come close. And you can kind of avoid that by putting your units on stand ground. As you can see, he's not really using formations. I'm not sure if this is going to pay off for Blue. I think he lost a lot of units. I think the same counts for Orange though. But meanwhile, it seems like our Orange friend did some raiding. And well, this is quite an uncomfortable situation for Blue to be in. Can we see anything from the statistics? Oh yes, we can. Yeah. Well, that says enough. And Orange is building a lot of ground shears, which will basically render those strelets not as effective. I think Blue needs to do something real quick, otherwise he will be in a really bad spot. And we'll just take the Blues. And you don't want to get outmassed by your opponent if you're using ranged units either, so... Ooh. Maybe Raptor has some tricks. I mean, like, he does have a wall. Maybe he can make use of that. But not really if you're using your skeleton. Yeah. The benefit of ranged units is that you can pick your fights. And that was a fight that I wouldn't have picked, for sure. If only Blue just did put up his units over here on this spot behind the wall, so you can kind of have some time. I'm not sure if that's going to pay off. I think it's most certainly too late. As you can see, 1300 units for our Orange player. blue might have superior units, but 560 units. That's not going to cut it. And he run. No. What? What is going on here? Everyone's vibrating for a while. That's weird. I think somebody made some mistakes. I think he did use a fairly good strategy. Strellas definitely are the way to go. I think. But using them properly is something else, I guess. But as we can see from the statistics, whoa, English, where are you? He did good on the upgrades department, so that's great. But I think he was too far behind. As you can see, the statistics: 250k wood, 1 million food, 360,000 stone, 61k gold, and well, those resources, 120, 250, 550k. Well, it did reward him with gold, I guess, but that doesn't really cut it sometimes. Let's join it. Well, we go for the second match. I'm not sure what's going on, but we will see that in a moment, what kind of match it is and stuff. I'm not sure if this are the rules already, but I guess we will see that once everybody joins. I do want to know how the stream is going down. Whoop. That's awesome. Well, Gutek just joined, it seems. But is his challenger, Raptor, up for the task? We will see that in the second round. Well, with that said, if he joins. And he does. But no, this will be a quite difficult decision for him to make, I think. As we can see, the rules at the moment. Starting resources, rich. Oh, France. Ah! I guess that will show us some really fun strategies. Because there's a lot of options with France in the first place. And it's peacetime. Then peacetime, cannons, expensive. Wait, what? Is this it? Huh? Oh, wait. Are the rules? What the? That's quite some weird options, but it will go as a good game, so that's great. What's going on? For the non-Polish. Oh wait. Ooh. If this are the rules for sure, then I think cavalry would be a thing. It is possible. But that can also be abused. Good luck, have fun. Because how are we supposed to know if somebody lags or has bad micromanagement? If you can't keep up, it can look like you have lag, of course. Which is certainly the case in my games, but... But of course, there's also a more common excuse you can use, which is that you're rusty. I mean, like, I'm rusty all the time. And as we can see from the maps, we got the purple player, Raptor, in the right bottom corner, and our orange player, Gutek, in the right upper corner. It seems like he's going for a mill. I think that's yeah. Most certainly works. I think we can see some really interesting strategies with these settings. Well, and that was a really quick game. So I think, and don't quote me on this, I think Gutek basically won this game. And that might be rightfully so as well. I mean, like, he did definitely show us some good gameplay. So, is anybody even here still? Okay. Well, I guess then we go to the main menu and we will see how it goes. I'm not sure what's going on really, at least not myself. Yeah, but does a restart fix lag? As a techie, I don't think that's the case. Interesting. So is Gutek also rejoining? I wonder. Ah, he does. So I'm glad to see that. And hopefully we'll have a better second game. Without lag. But guys, from a spectator point of view, I would have no idea how you will see lag. Not trying to be mean though, but that's definitely pretty hard to find out. Oh, whoops. And it seems like the rules are still the same. And I guess we will see some friends again? Not sure. But I do wonder, no capturing peasants or centers. Ah, okay, that's great. So you can capture artillery, but you will probably never see artillery in a competitive game. It's way too expensive. Without that significant results. Starting resources rich. Yeah. The minerals medium, map size normal. Ah, okay. So I got the time, don't worry. And I think we all have the time. Because otherwise we wanna be there, right? It does all make sense when you think about it. Viva la France! This will be very interesting to watch. Because France has so many units. There's a lot of options open to use. I mean, like, what you go for the King's Musketeer? Or what you go for the 17th century Lagoon? The thing is, the France Lagoon does build really quickly, but of course you need to invest a lot of cash into upgrading. And the King's Musketeer, well, is pretty good from the get-go. But on the other hand, your opponent can abuse both options. I think bikes are still the way to go, even though it's 10 peacetime. Because you got such powerful cavalry units. And we got Raptor this time, playing as France in the left upper corner. And Gutek playing France as well, obviously, in the left bottom corner. Raptor makes a late meal. Well, you won't need a lot of food early game. At least not with these options, if you ask me. So I think it's not a bad idea. We got the Raptor already building bikes. And what is Gutek going for? That's what I wonder. Is he going for 17th century musketeers or bikes? Ah, the bikes. So I'm glad to see that, because otherwise I think it will be quite difficult for one of those players. Seems like Gutek is already going for a lot of mines. 2 gold mines to be exact. 1 iron mine. He's cutting some wood. Going for a second 17th century barracks. And meanwhile, on the other side, we got Raptor. No market? Is this a no market game? That's most certainly interesting, if it is. It is! It is a low market game! Well, I think this will be a really interesting match. And I think it's either win or die. Because there's no middle option, since, well, if you're using a suboptimal strategy, it won't work. Seems like Raptor is scouting a lot with his spikes, which is not a bad idea. Drummers are better for psyched. But on the other hand, a pike does damage. And you can just keep using those spikes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So what I do wonder, how are both players doing? Raptor seems to do really awesome with all the score dynamics. It's Gutek. Can we see any statistics? I think one thing we need to look into is the players' gold income. I think that will basically decide this match, because upgrades cost gold. If you don't have gold, then, well, it won't go well for you. And with that said, Gutek seems to upgrade his mines really early. His gold mines. He's going to use all mines. I already got this upgraded as well. It wouldn't surprise me if both players would also build some mines in the other territory. And we see Gutek scouting his opponent a little bit. And we will see this mine over here. Probably not upgraded. I mean, like, it's one of the outskirted mines. So but about upgrades, he does have to get an upgrade. Well, Raptor does. And this first male upgrade, and obviously the other male upgrade. Also this one, which can be quite useful. Not sure. Infantryman for Raptor as well, and he's going for his first stable. Meanwhile, we got Gutek, also building a diplomatic center. What I do wonder, hey Barak, how is this going to play out for them? Because since gold is such a valuable resource, oh, Raptor is catching up on the gold department, so that's great. And he has a lot of, Gutek has a lot of pikemen. Round shears. Gutek going for round shears. And Raptor going for archers, such Cossacks and light infantry. I think Raptor's playing really well. He's also using some 6 Cossacks. He's going to raid his opponent a little bit, smart play. But guys, one thing we also do have to note is Gutek is building pikes and round shears. Round shears are most certainly viable against bullets, but with that said, not that great on the melee department. Well, Raptor does have the archers and light infantrymen. Oh, its archers will basically cut down the pikes. So that's, well, something you do need to take into account. Yeah, Raptor. Poor guy. If he just throws one of these 6 Cossacks away, he can capture the mine. Basically. How are they doing in upgrades department? Ooh. I do wonder who's going to win. I think Red does have a fair chance. But I don't think it did go as he would have expected. His light infantrymen were not grouped up. I mean, like, you can make formations with light infantrymen. For if you didn't know, most certainly helps. And Gutek is going for some raiding as well. Seems like ay ay ay. I don't think this is going to go well for Raptor. How's he doing on the upgrades? 16. No formations though. Oh no. Like seriously, if he's not getting a formation up, he's dead now. Like, even though he might have the upgrades, if you don't have a formation, there's no point. Yeah. I mean, like, they basically have the same statistics. And well, that definitely didn't go as Raptor expected. I think that little trick did cost him the game. He wasn't doing bad on the resource department. Not as bad at least. But I think the game is pretty much decided. I think Gutek showed his dominance over his opponent. I think a lot would have changed if he did make formations with his light infantrymen and his spikes. And what's going on? Stream, where are you? Huh? What's happening on the stream? Oh, it's probably online? Or am I wrong? Okay, so looking at the statistics, we can see a Raptor with 50k wood, 140k food, 8k stone, 22k gold, and his opponent, which just, well, did better on the eco department. He did lack an upgrade but the formation basically won him the game. Let's say that. And well, I think Raptor had a clear idea what he was going to do, but if he waited like till we got a 72 number formation of infantrymen, I think that could have helped a lot. And on Gutek, well, I think he did great. Ground shears weren't ideal, but if you're winning, what does it matter? How are we doing? What's next? If there is a next. Ah, well, there seems to be a next. There we go. And how late is it? Let me see. 10 minutes. Am I right? Okay. I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. Give me a moment. What's going on? Alright then. Oh wait. Wait. Don't go yet. Is my lobby bugged? What's going on? I rejoin real quick. I think it's bugged. So you don't want to have that happen, right? Wait, what? Okay, never mind. I was already really confused. I mean, like, a 3-person free-for-all? What's going on here? Talking about the rules, no capturing peasants, peacetime 10, remove medic center on, 5k 10 peacetime, Polski indeed. Alright, so we know that. Yeah, capture is on, even though it's no capturing peasants. You can capture mice, I believe, and Don centers? Not sure. I think the developers can better add a different description. That would be great. So what do we have here? A Cossacks 3 match between Jan Franek and GP Specie? No, I'm not Polish, so I definitely don't know how to speak that out. There's a Dutchie? I have no clue. Is Franek AFK? Or be right back? Or what? Yeah. Because otherwise I can basically get the charger for my phone. That would be great. So I can keep reading the chat, you know? Although I do have a good battery, so won't really matter. Oh well, let me get my charger real quick. I mean, like, we still have that loading screen, so we're gonna have fun. I think this will be a really interesting match. Both players are pretty awesome. And as we can see, Franek in the purple is on the right upper corner. And orange species is in the left upper corner. And it seems like he's going for meal straight up and going to work on his town hall. I think it's better to work on one town hall at a time. What's going on? What kind of bug we got? Kufel Zagłoby has quit. What? Wait a sec. I have no clue what's even happening. Pause if you want to talk about I guess. Seems like we're left, so but we can kind of continue, even though Emilik is a spectator. And by the way, here, Veltek. And hopeless YouTube. Okay, it's yeah. Seems so. It's hard when you're not an Polish speaker. Whoop. No changes to the rules, I think. Nope. I mean, like, you never know. But it seems like we will have a rematch in a moment. Well, use some bug spray. Then you won't have any bugs, guys, if you use anti-bug spray. Then I just die. Oh. If only it worked like that. Alright. Seems like we are going into the game again. Awesome. 5k start. Kind of capturing peasants. And 10 piece time. And rich minerals. Can be useful if you're one of the players. I mean, like, that basically means 1 extra gold mine. So I guess we do have to do the roll intro again after we load it in. So let's see. Oh, okay. That's an interesting map. A really interesting map. So we basically got Species in the right bottom corner. And we got Franek in the left upper corner. Well, this is like such Cossacks heaven, probably. Because, well, you can attack from all the sides basically. So I think some of these players are going to abuse that. And it seems like Franek is going for a market and 2 barracks. I'm not sure if you can get a third ton center by doing so, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. And Species is going for his barracks first, already got his market, going for an academy. And a gold mine, obviously. Probably we will also see an iron mine build in a few moments, wouldn't surprise me. Seems like Frank is scouting with his pikemen as well, and he also went for an academy. He still has his storehouse in the middle. Not sure what's going on with that. Does have some idols for some reason. Franek is going for the diplomatic center straight away. Interesting. And the same counts for Species. Muskets for Species and bikes for Franek. I guess we will have to see how both players are going to use their units. That's most certainly interesting. As you can see, Franek is going for bikes and round shears to basically block the musket shots. And, well, Species is going for round shears because that's really a standard comp you want to use, muskets with round shears. Definitely the way to go. And already got his mines up. So that's awesome. Is he going to upgrade them too? So he's going for his upgrades. Well, this is definitely an interesting game, guys. As you can see, Franek, he does have the edge, but is that really an edge? That's what I'm wondering. 15k food for Franek, 3k gold. Species, 3.5k wood, 1.2k stone, and a lot of gold. I think both players are definitely trying to make the most of their resources and are doing awesome that way. I really wonder how this is going to play out. As you can see, both players are scouting a little bit of the map too. Franek is already moving out because the earlier he attacks with his units, better. Because muskets basically get better over time. So if you attack early, you can kind of negate that fact and win easily. Because if our friend Species doesn't get his upgrades, especially this upgrade, then this might not go well for him. Fronic is streaming a lot of units. He knows he can get the upper hand. And how are we doing on the statistics? You can definitely see that Fronic is going for a full deco, which is not a bad idea. But Species has a lot of more gold in comparison. So Species might have an edge, but on the other hand, if he's not going to use his edge, which is his muskets, properly, and upgrade them, then he doesn't really have an edge. But on the other hand, we got 2 minutes. Species does have a formation up for sure. I mean, like, he does have an officer, or 2 officers and 2 drummers, and hopefully the same counts for... yeah, obviously. I think what Fronic is going to do is outmatch his opponent over here. That will definitely be a great idea. And talking about outmatching, we almost got 600 units from Fronic. Is that the same? Well, 500 for Species, because he is building musketeers, which build a little bit slower, but will pay off in the later game. I think our friend Fronic here does want to get the round shears in the front of the bikes. Because till some certain upgrade, you won't even have bullet armor for the Polish pikemen, so that's also why this is not a bad decision. It can pay off for him. But on the other hand, can he outmatch? I think this will be a very interesting match. And multi-barreled cannons. What is this? I thought this was a competitive game. But meanwhile we see some multi-barreled cannons being built. And how are they doing an upgrade support with both players? Fronic, meal. And Species, meal, multi-barreled cannons, obviously. Oh, Species, you! Oh my goodness, we got a badass over here, guys. You know why this is a smart idea. Fronic is using Polish pikemen. Let's see how they are doing. 6 bullet armor or not? No protection against bullets, guys. This is quite major. His round shears might have a lot of bullet armor. Yeah. But his spikes don't. Fronic can never afford an attack because of this multi-barreled cannon, because he will lose so much units. Oh, his pikemen are worthless. If he gets some good shots off, his army is basically dead. Well played. But on the other hand, he doesn't have to take the fight. And as you can see, get some free shots off. Oh my goodness, and look at this. This is brutal. This is really brutal. Guys. Well. This wasn't even a challenge for Species. Guys, how to abuse the fact that he's making Polish pikemen multi-barreled cannons. Because as you can see, rape shot damage. And I think I am right though. Yeah, no grape shot armor or bullet armor, so this was a really costly attack for Franek. Now this will be really difficult. Franek doesn't really have eco to count on either. I mean, like, he's missing a lot of upgrades. But is this really the case? Yeah, bomb. Multi-barreled cannons, everybody. His army just got cleaned up. Polish pikemen know how to abuse your opponent's weaknesses. I think Species did a great job by doing so. And as you can see, Species is coming back on the food department as well. Well, Species is not living on his food income. Franek is, but he's missing some costly upgrades. Well, if Franek can turn the tide, then it will be a really great play from him, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen really. As you can see on the musketeers, well, our spikes got blown away, so the musketeers are just better as pikemen, so yeah, Franek is definitely in a tough spot. But on the other hand, Species I think he's fine. Franek can certainly try to attack Species, but Species can just come back, attack him. Once his multi-barreled cannons arrive, it's basically GG. Sure, this army can still do some damage, but that can easily be destroyed by the multi-barreled cannons. But Franek is throwing out some switch Cossacks. We will see what his plan is with this. With those. Whoops. Same cards for Species? Interesting. Ah. So Franek basically needs to protect his gold mine, but how he wants to protect his gold mine from this? Oh, and now a stand grounded formation, hopefully. Nah. All his pikemen are blown away. Sure, he has more coming, but the more musketeers you got, the higher your advantage gets. And oh my goodness, just look at that. Well, I can't do anything against it. Let's see. No. GG. Holy hell! Spishy! You beast! That was a really convincing win, I can tell you that. And on the research department. It's not a major difference. I think it's pretty much equal, but I think the army compositions basically decided who won and who lost. And obviously this tactic with the multi-barrel cannons. But holy moly, what an interesting play. But let's go to the next game. And now we have single continent. A really awesome map, no peacetime. No capturing peasants. So you can capture other stuff. So you do need to take that into account. But this will be a really tighten up conflict between those players. I think both are really awesome. Both played really well. And even though Franek lost last match, his army composition wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. He did know that his weakness was bullets, so he made round shears. But what can you do when your opponent makes multi-barreled cannons? That's like, ouch. That basically renders his whole army useless. And we got Spishy this time on the top of the map, in the right side. And Franek on the right side on the bottom. And we still have mines, of course, on both sides. I think this is a good map choice. Here's a market. So better do one there. This is a really tough start for players, I can tell you that. 1k. That's not much, guys. And infinite queue. So that basically means he's now not queuing anything anymore. Now he is, because he sold his coal. And Spishy is already going to build some pikes. I think Spishy might want to keep his opponent busy, because he does have the numbers. Because he did build his barracks a little bit earlier. If he can keep that up, of course, because food is a scarce resource. basically we won't have that much food to play with at the moment. And we can see that species is going for gold mines, 2 gold mines to be exact. Probably going for another town hall. And Franek is going to keep the pressure on species actually, not otherwise. And species really didn't expect that. But on the other hand, we left his production a little bit behind. Oh, he's getting his upgrades. So how about our blue player? Does he have an upgrade? Yeah, he does have the first upgrade, so that basically makes them equal, since the blue player has more bikes in the first place. I think the blue player does have the upper hand in this case. It seems like Franek is going for an academy. But the blue player is not yet. I think this will be a hard decision for both players to make. It seems like Franek is going for an academy. Probably. Oh, but what we missed out on here. Species just lost the gold mine. That's major early game, guys. Even though he has 2 other gold mines, but that's 5 villagers behind. Basically. That's the advantage when you put pressure on your opponent. How is Franek doing on the other side? Let's go for the 3rd upgrade. Not bad, I think. I think it's pretty much equal. Maybe I should use some more shortcuts. Seems like our blue player is on the upgrade department in a better position. But on the eco department, I'm not so sure. But it's still early game, things can change. And it seems like Species is also going for an academy. But what is exactly the upgrade they are going for in the academy? The first mill upgrade. That seems to be the case. And Franek is going to try to attack his opponent. I don't think he is actually going to attack. I think he's just going to pressure his opponent a little bit. I think Franek definitely wants to get a formation going, just to be honest, but I mean, like, those are basically free upgrades if you put them in a formation, so I wonder why Franek is even trying to attack this. I get why that you want to pressure your opponent, but he's behind. He's just throwing away his units, so no... Oh, I thought some units died. But that's luckily not the case. So it's not in a that bad spot. Meanwhile, we got Franek building a mine. No upgrades for the mines yet. Which will be costly. Species is on the upper hand, it seems. Franek... He's slowly losing his dominance on the map. I think he did some great damage on the mine, but this is enough. Species does have only his mill upgrade, seems. And Franek does have his woodcutting upgrade. Why am I wrong? Is this the wrong? Okay, never mind. Okay, apparently this upgrade doesn't even count. But guys, here we can see a formation of units. Look at those statistics. Do you note that that's quite major? But on the other hand, Blue has a formation of 36 units in comparison to Franek. Oh no, this is not going to go well for Franek. He's throwing away his units basically. Sure, he's getting up to 17th century barracks, but on the other hand, Species has light infantrymen. Oh, the same counts for Franek. So it's not that major, but I think Franek lost it over here. I think he did good on the attack of the gold mine, but he shouldn't have kept his pressure on his opponent that badly, even though you know that you're outnumbered and you still attack. That's not really an ideal situation to be in. And as you can see, Franek just quitted. It was fun. Oh, no problem. Whoop. No problem. Can't even type. Anytime. And talking about the statistics, to just analyze what just happened. Well, as you can see, Franek over here kept his attack going. Well, he already did the damage on the gold mine. And that he got the gold mine was already huge early game, but keeping the pressure on him that hard. By just not even using formations for your units. Just to take a small advantage. That cost him the game. And eco-wise, we got 10k for wood for Franek, 30k food, and gold 8.7k. I'm not sure what to say. I think you can kind of tell who done better. We got Species over here with his pikemen, 95, 111 light infantrymen and archers. And we got Franek with 10 archers, 51 light infantrymen, 102 pikemen. But numbers matter as well, so yeah. I guess he basically got more units because he punished his opponent so hard for attacking him. And I think that was some great plays from Species in both games. And I think Franek played very well too. But I think he got kind of surprised. And kind of surprised you never ever see multi-barreled cannons, at least not from my experience. But guys, I think that it is this for this tournament. And well, I hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, make sure to let us know in the comments. And well, I basically costed both these games for my friend Warren, and I hope I did a good job. And make sure to let us know if that is the case. Because, well, you never know what will happen if we can keep it up. But guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.